Hey guys, welcome back. I hope you're ready for a cozy chat today about decorating ideas for 2023. The new year is coming. It's crazy that there's only a few weeks left in this year, and before you know it, it will be January and the Christmas decor will be put away in storage, and all of a sudden you're left with a very bare looking house. I don't know if anybody else has been there. I definitely have. Sometimes decorating in January, decorating in the new year can be a real challenge. So today I want to walk you through a couple of easy, kind of thrifty cottage decorating ideas for the new year and how you can start implementing them now into your home. I think the beauty of home decorating is that there truly aren't any rules. You have to do what works for you, what works for your family, and what makes you happy in a space. For me personally, I love decorating in January and February. I find that it's a great time of year to really let my house breathe. Once that Christmas decor has come down, the winter decor is put away, I like to let my house breathe for a couple of weeks and really hone in on those everyday staple items, my furniture configuration, and what I want my home to look like in the upcoming year. Because January and February are really the only months of the year, at least for me, I love to decorate seasonally, that it's truly a reflection of you and your style before seasonal decor starts to come back in March and April with spring. So it's a great time of year to kind of figure out your style, figure out what you like, put those staple pieces together, and really hone in on you and your true style and what you want your home to be about. So today my goal is really to share some timeless, thrifty cottage decorating ideas that you can implement and that won't break the budget. But before we do that, I kindly wanted to thank Walmart for partnering with me in today's video. You guys know I love Walmart. I'm so grateful to be partnering with them today, and they really are the best kept secret when it comes to affordable home decor. There are so many incredible home specific brands at Walmart that I love, like Better Homes and Gardens, the Pioneer Woman, and My Texas House. So today, really quick, before I share some of those decorating ideas with you, I wanted to share a quick haul and share with you what I've picked up at Walmart this month. Nothing says neutral, cozy decor like a faux fur blanket. And this one is so soft. I just love it. It's gonna be so pretty draped over my couch or a little reading nook, and it's very warm and cozy for those cold winter months. This one is from the Better Homes and Gardens brand, and it's just called the Snow Leopard Faux Fur Throw. So very excited about this one. We are hosting this year a little Christmas get together, and I wanted to find something decorative to display some meats and cheeses and do kind of a charcuterie board. But the Pioneer Woman has this beautiful, how cute is this, you guys, Christmas tree cutting board. It's got poinsettias, and it also looks like maybe these are peonies. But I'll show you up close. They're just so pretty, so colorful and festive, and I think this will be beautiful just kind of sitting on the countertop with meats, cheeses, fruits. Very festive for the holiday season. During these cold winter months, I really like to burn candles and have twinkle lights and really let ambient lighting shine in my home in the evening time. It gets dark so early, which can be a little depressing, and I like to find ways to make a space feel cozy with lighting, with candles, and that kind of thing. So I picked up a new candle from the Better Homes and Gardens line. It is called Noble Fir and Pine. The notes say that it's fir needle, pine sap, cedar, herb, and holly scent notes. And not only, it'll focus, there we go, not only is this a stunning candle, I love it so much, it's such a pretty deep green and gold, but It smells like a Christmas tree. This would be beautiful burning all through the winter though. So really looking forward to burning this and enjoying it in my home. On that same note as a candle, I love candle warmers and melting candle wax. Better Homes and Gardens usually carries some of my favorite wax scents, but I recently picked up this sort of iridescent and gold wax warmer. How beautiful. My focus, there we go. So pretty. I just love the gold kind of brass accent. I've been trying to incorporate more of that in my decor, you'll see throughout my home. But I love this. Not only is it beautiful, but I like that it actually has a timer. So I can have it plugged in for 2 hours, 4 hours, or 8 hours, which is really nice. So if you want to have this on throughout the day or whatever, that's a really nice feature. The inside has a little brass cup for your wax, and I just think this looks so high-end for a really good price point. So be sure to check that out, as well as everything else I mentioned today. All of these items will be linked in my description below, and thanks again Walmart for sponsoring today's video. So the first tip I have for you when creating a cottage style home on a budget is to incorporate a lot of neutral textiles. Now I know neutrals aren't for everyone, and that's totally okay. You know, you gotta do what you love. But personally, especially this time of year, I really like to soften everything. I like it to be just kind of easy and restful on the eyes. And you can incorporate a lot of fun patterns with neutrals as well. So for instance, with my rugs in my living rooms, I have a beautiful floral print rug that's in taupes and grays. And then in my other living room, I have a plaid rug in a soft kind of taupey brown. So you can really play on pattern while still having neutral colors. And neutrals are definitely the most cost-effective color scheme because it matches every season. You can just add the color in depending on the season. So that's something I definitely recommend, and it's just calming and peaceful. There's something about it. Next on my list for decorating ideas are baskets. Wicker baskets, woven baskets, wired baskets. The options, the textures, the styles are endless nowadays, and you can find them in thrift stores, in antique shops, online. There's so many to choose from. I personally like to thrift mine because I find that to be the lowest price point, and you can find the coolest shapes and sizes. Something I really love to do is thrift and hunt for vintage laundry baskets, like the wickered sort of oval shaped baskets. If they have handles, even better. Not only do I use them for actual laundry in my laundry room for storage, but I like to place those on top of furniture, like armoires, hutches, maybe your refrigerator if your refrigerator's open, and fill them with beautiful florals. That's such a pretty way to decorate with them. If it's a smaller basket, placing it on a tabletop, on a dresser, filling that with florals. You could also fill them with books or just leave them as is. Sometimes they're so pretty that they're pretty all on their own. You don't need to do anything to them. But of course, another great way to decorate with baskets is to use them for functional purposes, whether you're organizing in a bedroom or in a laundry room or in a bathroom. I found this wicker trunk on Facebook Marketplace. It's just like a wicker basket with a lid, and I found it for $35. It's quite large, but I found it online, the same one, and it was over $200. So you just never know when you're out thrifting and looking, but it's a large wicker trunk that I love to keep on my main living. I move it around from time to time. Sometimes it's in the living room, sometimes it moves over to the sitting room, but I fill it with a bunch of the kids' toys, and it's super functional. The kids can pull out the toys, play, put them right back, and it's a great way to disguise them and have everything look nice but still be functional. And kind of on that same realm or that same line of thought, another thing I'm always looking for in sort of my staple decor are unique vessels. So when I say unique vessels, I'm talking antique crocks, vintage vases and mason jars, buckets, different things that I can incorporate throughout my home for different purposes in decorating. Antique crocks are a beautiful way to display florals. They're also a great thing to have on your kitchen countertop. I like to keep a 3-gallon, I have a 1-gallon, a 3-gallon, and a 5-gallon crock. And depending on the use, I'll put it on the kitchen countertop and stick like onions and potatoes so they're hidden. I have another one that I put all my rolling pins in. It's just a really beautiful way to display items while making your home look very curated and unique. This is the big one that I recommend, but if you're sort of starting from scratch or you're ready to replace some furniture items, I recommend finding wood furniture. Wood furniture is a beautiful way to add contrast to a neutral home. It's very country, cottagey depending on the finish, and you can find wood furniture for next to nothing thrifting and marketplacing if you know what to look for. But you can thrift and marketplace so much wood furniture nowadays. Now it does require some elbow grease and figuring out how to get that finish that you're looking for, but it is achievable. One example I have of this is I was looking to fill sort of my entryway area not too long ago. I came across this dresser that was kind of a cherry finish. It was very dark, but the dresser itself was so beautiful. And I thought to myself, if I could get this to a raw finish, this would be stunning in my entryway. So I brought it home. Oh, I didn't mention, I got it for free on Marketplace. Someone was just giving it away. Always hit the free tab on Marketplace, which, circling back to that, I think in the new year I might do a specific video on my best tips and tricks as far as finding items. Let me know down in the comments if that's something you'd be interested in. I've been meaning to do that, but never forget to hit that free tab when you're looking. I brought home this dresser, and now there's kind of quite a bit of controversy on this. I now know some of the effects of using oven cleaner on furniture. Not the best. They make better products that you can use that don't have the harsh chemicals. So do your research. I'm not telling you to go home and do this, but on this particular piece of furniture, I used Easy Off. I sprayed the entire piece with Easy Off. I let it sit for 30 minutes and then I rinsed it. And when it dried, it left the most beautiful raw wood finish. I did sand the top just to make sure it was nice and even, but really I didn't have to do any detail sanding, and it was wonderful. Sorry, I got a little off topic there, but all that to say, try to incorporate some wood finishes in your home through furniture, and it will really add a ton of rustic charm that is so timeless, so effortless, and it's so beautiful. One way to elevate a space, make it look more high-end, is to incorporate some metal lighting through wall sconces or lamps. I have a couple different brass wall sconces throughout my home, and some of them you don't have to worry about hardwiring. They just come with a cord that you can plug in, which is really great. If you are concerned about hardwiring in general, you can always use puck lights that you can hot glue up into the sconce and then use a remote, and they're battery operated. There are tons of little hacks. You don't necessarily have to wire a sconce if you want to put it somewhere that doesn't have electricity, if that makes sense. So there's lots of different styles, colors, brasses, nickels, copper, all different kinds of lighting. I encourage you to add some to your home this year for a high-end look. The primary thing that I am inspired by when I think about my home in decorating is nature. You can't beat nature. I love bringing the outside in, but that does not always mean literally cutting flowers and bringing them in your home. But I encourage you to invest in some faux florals, neutral faux florals. Try to find maybe greens and whites and things that look classic, but also can be carried out through the entire calendar year. Invest in some realistic florals now, and you will have them again and again, year after year. And they're a great way to make a space look beautiful for not a ton of money. Probably my favorite way to decorate. I like a nice cozy neutral space with a bright pop of flowers. It adds such an impact and it's very just happy and uplifting. My last decorating idea for you for 2023 is get creative with wall decor. Think outside of the box. You don't just have to hang art prints and artwork or pictures. You have other options. While there's a time and a place for beautiful framed art or family photos, there are some really fun thrifty things that you can add to your walls that bring more depth, more texture, and are really fun conversation starters. For example, we had some cabinets in this home when we first moved in that we ended up taking out because they blocked so much of the flow in our main living. And our home was built over 150 years ago. We live in a historic home. So I was able to pull off the cabinet door. I refinished it. I did that same oven cleaner technique on that as well, and brought it to a beautiful raw wood finish, and I've hung that on the wall, and I think it's really pretty. It adds a fun texture, but it's see-through, so it still makes the space feel bigger. Another thing I really love to hang on walls, particularly in dining spaces, although it can also be beautiful in any space, are dishwares and platters and plates. All you have to do is buy plate holders. They usually just take one little nail to hang, and you can hang and display beautiful thrifted plates. Most of mine I paid less than $1 for, or around $1 for, and again, they just add a lot of character to a room, and it's just something different and outside the box. In the same way, in my kitchen space, I have hung cutting boards, hang baskets, and fill them with florals. Try to think of different ways to add more texture and more depth to a space. It's really going to bring a lot of interest to your home. Well, friends, that is all of the tips and ideas I have for you in decorating for the new year. If you want a timeless, curated, cozy home, be sure to have lots of neutral textiles and furniture, but don't forget to add those pops of wood accents with your furniture as well. I think the blend just marries together so beautifully. Lots of faux florals, wicker baskets, unique vessels like crocks, and vases, just things that are gonna feel collected. Get creative with your wall decor. Maybe hang some of your favorite dishware on a wall in your dining room for some added texture. But more than anything, keep it simple. It doesn't have to be complicated. Just add what you love slowly but surely, piece by piece, and over time you will have a home that you truly love. I hope that you enjoyed today's video. If this happens to be the first time that you're stopping by, I just want to say welcome. I'm so glad that you're here. Don't forget to hit that red subscribe button before you leave today, and I will see you guys really soon in the next one. Happy decorating!